Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sightless Voices, Unleashing Potential. I am your hostie with the mostie, Jennifer Parrish. Today our guest is Jason Garza. He's a dedicated scanning clerk at the Lighthouse of Houston who works on the Army Reserve National Guard, or ARNG, scanning contract. Jason has faced vision loss, multiple sclerosis, or MS, and has had significant family struggles, including his wife, unfortunately, leaving him due to his vision loss. Today, he's going to share his inspiring journey with us, and this is going to be a tearjerker, I think. So, before we get started, guys, as usual, we're going to describe our set for our blind viewers. We are sitting in blue chairs with wooden tables next to us. We have a white brick background, blue lights, and a neon lighthouse sign. All right, Jason, let's get into it. Thank you for coming and joining us today. Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your vision loss journey?
Yes, my name is Jason. My vision loss journey started in 2017, and it all began with a small speck in my eye that wouldn't leave, and I ended up having to go to the doctor. They gave me an MRI, and later discovered that I had multiple sclerosis. And that was the cause of the vision loss, or the black spot. And over the next 5 years, because I didn't get on medication, I became legally blind.
So one black speck led to an MS diagnosis?
Yes.
Why did you choose not to get on medication, if you don't mind me asking?
I hadn't known anyone who had MS yet.
Yeah.
And I wasn't very aware of how detrimental it could be.
Yeah.
So I basically just started eating healthy, changed my diet, drinking a lot of water, and I felt like I was doing better, but it slowly got worse, and until at the point where I was driving and I got home one day and I told my wife, I don't think I should be driving anymore because it doesn't look like it used to, so.
Wow. And then how has your vision loss in general sort of impacted your daily life and daily activities?
Oh, well.
You said of driving, and that's a big, huge one.
Yeah, driving is a big thing. I used to drive everywhere for my family and to get whatever we needed.
Yeah.
But besides that, it impacted me a lot as far as my independence and I guess my self-confidence kind of dwindled down.
What were some of the emotional challenges you faced, and how did you overcome those?
Understanding that I am blind and being okay with it, knowing that it's not the end of the world. And I just had to keep telling myself that it was okay.
Right.
And I helped other people that had it worse. And I think that was a big part that helped me, as well as helping other people who needed assistance and feeling that I could help them.
Exactly. Right. Just because believe me, I've been, blind, legally blind all my life, and I still have trouble going, sometimes it's like, ugh, you know what I mean? It's tough to own it. Basically,
yes,
it's tough to own this, but luckily we have all these kind of community resources and here and me personally, that's why I love working here, because that sort of Band-Aid is ripped off.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? That doesn't exist anymore. We're kind of on an equal playing field, sort of, kind of. I mean, you can see better than I can,
Yeah.
So and you that's always helpful to us, folks who can't see well. Be like, hey, Jason, can you help assist out? Stuff like that, and that's really helpful. So tell me about your vision now. Like, what specifically can you not see?
So I'm legally blind. So they say I see, something 20 feet away, like it's 200 feet away.
Mm-hmm. So you're right at that threshold.
Exactly.
So you can see pretty good compared to the rest of us fools.
Yeah. Not compared to the past, but yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, I'm like, that's a positive reference point though, too, because
Absolutely.
It's like, there's a lot of people that cannot see as good as you.
Yeah.
So feel proud of that, at least.
Yes, I do. And that's another reason I say not to go back into the past.
Exactly. Exactly.
Stay positive and stay forward.
Absolutely. So 2,200 in both eyes?
Yes.
Okay. So it's the same?
Yeah, it started with my left, and that was worse. And then eventually it got to my right, and now they're both at the same.
Do you have potential to lose more? Or is it progressive or no?
Yes, it is progressive. MS is progressive, and I do have potential to lose more, but thank God, the past 4 years, I haven't progressed at all.
Knock on wood.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're in some, experimenting with some medications and stuff now that's going to hopefully stabilize, right?
Yes. Right now it is stable, and hopefully they're talking about medications that may come out in the near future that can actually reverse things. So,
that'd be amazing.
Yeah. I'm just hoping and waiting for that. So.
Yeah. Well, Don't forget about us little people over here. Whatever
no.
you get, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I'd probably start working more in this field and driving.
I love it.
Driving everyone around.
Hey, I could always use a personal driver. Anyways, so how did your journey lead you to become involved in the Lighthouse of Houston?
Well, after I lost my job, I was searching for a job for a few years and couldn't find anything here in Houston. And then I went to the Austin Lighthouse because I had heard of the Austin Lighthouse. I didn't know that we had one in Houston.
Yeah.
And over there, I learned a lot, and that helped me tremendously. And then when I had to leave Austin because of medical issues and other bad things.
Stuff. We'll get into it later. Yeah.
I came back to Houston, and luckily I had my parents to help me, and they were very willing to help me, and they were driving me around, and I looked up the Lighthouse of Houston.
Yeah.
Once I found that it was here, my parents brought me over here, and I started the application process. And
yeah. I can totally relate to that. You know what? I was in the 90s. I was living in Austin and was in a relationship that ended badly, and then I ended up back here too, and ended up at the Lighthouse, and and here I am 25 years later, still rocking, and had some upward mobility. So it's possible, guys. Like, it's possible, and for a crazy girl like me without even a college degree, we're cool. So it's good stuff.
Exactly.
And can you tell us about your career journey and how you became a scanning clerk at the Lighthouse of Houston?
I had experience before I went blind. I was a manufacturing engineer, and I worked a lot with quality, and I was always doing those things. And when I came, actually in Austin too, I was working a lot with quality. And when I came over here, I started off as a line worker, and it just it didn't feel. I was thankful for the opportunity, but it just didn't feel like the right fit for me.
Right.
So I left, and I kept looking for other jobs. And about maybe 6 months, 7 months later,
it's like, how many months ago was it?
I got a call back from the Houston Lighthouse because they needed a clerk. And I jumped at the opportunity, and here I am now.
Yep, here you are. For y'all that don't know, so I interviewed Jason. Jason did a fantastic job, and here we are. So yes, absolutely. And so for those at home who don't know what a scanning clerk is, can you kind of describe your day-to-day operations and your job?
Okay, we get boxes of documents from the Army and National Guard that we have to digitize. So we end up putting them in order, making sure that the right documents are together, and then we scan them in to the computer, and then we start indexing them in MedChart.
Which is like your platform, right?
It is a platform, yes.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right. Well, cool. How has working on this ARNG contract impacted your professional growth and your skills?
Oh, it's helped a lot. I work now with a group of people, and it's helped me really understand how I can rely on my coworkers and how they can rely on me as well.
Yeah.
But
you got a good group, man.
Yes, it's a good group.
If I must say.
We help each other out, and we don't leave each other hanging. We basically try to make sure we know what's going on.
Shout out to ARNG.
Yes.
You guys rock. All right. What advice would you give to other folks who are interested in pursuing their, sort of a similar career path?
I would say never give up. That's the most important thing. Never give up, and never stop studying. You can always learn, and learning helps you evolve into different positions.
Yeah,
and
knowledge is power, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you move up little by little, and yeah.
Yeah. And the reason we're telling your story is because there's probably so many more folks at home that could relate to this. And this is, they'll know out there that they're not alone. And that's my preface for, we're going to kind of get into your family stuff a little bit. So I heard that, you had to face some significant family struggles, including your wife kind of taking off on you due to your vision loss. How has that impacted your life? Maybe sort of tell the story a little bit, and how do you manage, more importantly, to cope and overcome it?
So she told me as nicely as she could that she couldn't handle it, and that I wasn't the same man that she married.
Wow.
And so that was honestly very heartbreaking for me, and it took a long time for me to get over it. But once she left, my two sons, they started helping me more.
Awesome. How old are they?
They are 15 and 17.
You can shout them out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jaden and Bruce.
Hey, what's up, Jaden and Bruce? Solid work, y'all. Okay.
And slowly I had to pick myself up, and I had to tell myself not to quit, basically. And I had to keep going, and so every day I would try to wake up and put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
And just get out there and
keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Yeah. Exactly. That's all you can do.
That is exactly right. That is all you can do. Absolutely. How has the experience, because you got MS piled on top of the vision loss, or compounded with.
Yes.
How has that affected your family dynamics and relationships?
Well, it as far as the family dynamics, I started, like I say, I used to always try to be the one helping people,
right?
And now I've learned how to accept the help,
and that's hard. That's hard stuff, but it's freeing too.
Yes, it is. And I think once I got to that point, it kind of brightened everything up, because anyone that came around and assisted, it made the day brighter. And so it was hard to see anything negative anymore, because I was paying more attention to the good things. I guess that's what it was.
Exactly. You were kind of given this chance, you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So when you were kind of in these low points and dealing with all this stuff, what would you grasp onto to pull yourself out?
Well, in the beginning, I made the mistake of grasping onto alcohol, which didn't help, and it actually made things worse.
Right.
And then I turned to my family, and they were the greatest thing for me, because they never gave up on me, and they believed in me because they knew me, and they helped kind of lift my spirits up, and they helped drive me around. So they were the number one reason that I was able to get over here to the Lighthouse, and so I feel like I owe a lot to my family and the love that they have for me, because I guess when I was doing everything myself, I feel like I kind of left them behind. Right. I focused on work, and so I was so happy that when I needed it, they were still right there, and they helped me get to this point, and now I feel like I can keep on going.
Absolutely. I have met your parents, and they are incredible people. So shout out to Dan and Connie.
Thank you.
Can you share your experience with the Lighthouse of Houston now, and then what that has meant to you?
Honestly, the Lighthouse of Houston, I feel like it was the greatest thing that came to me at the time it did, because I had so many issues, and so when this came, I felt good again. I felt self-confident again.
Yay.
And as I started working, I've met more people, and it's just, I guess it's kind of been an explosion of greatness.
Yay. We love to hear that. We love to hear that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because look, so I'm gonna tell on Jason a little bit, man. You know, Jason helps out all over the place in this building. Like I always see you helping move stuff and do stuff, and you know, helping out everybody. But Jason's also getting in our choir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, we have a blind and visually impaired choir. You know, so that you just get to build more of a sense of community and you know, and so that's to my next question. What role has community and the support from the Lighthouse of Houston played in your success?
Oh, it's played a humongous role. Honestly, the community and being able to share similar experiences with so many people has been such an eye-opening thing for me and a heart-opening thing for me.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, totally.
And so I'd say it changed my life for the better.
Yeah, you can tell, man. I told you the first day I could hear you smile. Like I could hear you smile. So it's cool. Like it's so cool that, you know, we get these genuinely positive and, you know, positive experiences.
Reactions.
Yeah, exactly. Why is it important to find a sense of community in a place where you feel like you belong?
I'd say it's important so that you don't feel alone. Because I know so many times people feel alone, whether it's blindness or other issues. When you find someone who has something in common like that with you, it helps. It right there, it just helps you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah.
And then once you start meeting them and talking with them and knowing them, you feel even closer. And it just goes up from there.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah. You know, and this is a common theme here for our podcast and just for our community in general is like, you're not alone. And we try to instill that in people, you know, because blindness is an isolating disease.
Oh, yeah.
If you let it be, though, you just got to, you know, triumph over tragedy or whatever that statement is. Yeah. All right, Jason. Well, I want to thank you so much. I know it's kind of crazy to come in here and tell this story, but you're going to help a lot of people with this. So thank you for sharing, sincerest thank you for sharing your experiences and your insights. All right. So to wrap up our conversation today, do you have any final tips or advice for people who are blind or low vision, who are overcoming, you know, these crazy struggles and managing difficult family relationships?
Yes. You need to find someone to connect with, a friend or family member, someone that you can kind of let them know what you're feeling and get things off your chest.
Mm-hmm. Bounce things off of, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And try not to go back in time in your head.
Yes, move forward.
Yes, move forward. Focus on the present. Yeah. Because that helped me a lot, and I think that will help a lot of other people too.
Yeah. You only get one life, man.
Exactly.
Live it, you know? Yeah, it is so, you know, and straight up, I've got this word inspiring in my script, but it's so much more than that to learn about, you know, the challenges you've overcome and the family stuff and all that kind of stuff and your MS and all this stuff. But you know what? You are awesome and you're moving forward and onward and upward. And I know, like I said, you know, a lot during this episode, I'm sure that our audience is going to be able to relate to your story. So again, thank you so much for coming in today, Jason. Seriously, thank you. To our listeners, we hope you found this episode both motivating and informative. Remember, you can find more episode of Sightless Voices Unleashing Potential on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Your feedback is always welcome and appreciated. Be sure to follow the Lighthouse of Houston on social media for updates and visit our website to learn about all the cool stuff we are planning because it is cool. So y'all check us out. Until next time, stay strong and continue to break those barriers, y'all.